Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to We Believe Digital Studios in downtown Jackson, Mississippi. We're glad you're joining us today for our twice weekly news break show, Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 noon. We do have a call-in number, 1-800-492-5186, or you can certainly join us in the chat. We'd be happy to have you there. And you know, when you like the programming here on We Believe Digital, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're growing by leaps and bounds. You know, we had set a goal for this month of reaching 800 subscribers, but at the rate we're shifting right now, we're going to change that goal to 1,000 subscribers by the end of October. So that'll be a big accomplishment for us, and we hope you join us in that. Share the links with your friends and let them like and subscribe as well, and we'll keep this Black-centric media enterprise moving here in Jackson, Mississippi. The belly of the beast, where all kinds of crazy things happen, but we're trying to keep it real and bring you the news and information, programming, music, sports that means something to you. So we'll get started off with a reminder that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. First Lady Dr. Jill Biden spoke about that yesterday in the Rose Garden. There's clips online if you want to hear what she shared about that. And she really saying, be true to yourself. And it's hard, it's painful, but please, she really encouraged getting out there, getting the mammograms done, and get the information. To have information is better than to not know, and early intervention saves lives every single year. October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And just a reminder, here in Mississippi, in-person voter registration in Mississippi ends on October 9th, so this coming Monday. And mailed voter registration applications must be postmarked by the 10th. So we're really getting down to the wire on voter registration in the state of Mississippi. God knows we need people to turn out. That's going to be the key, of course, in so many of these races, especially this governor's race. There's based on a lot of different polling, there's an actual chance of electing a Democrat governor in the state of Mississippi. Wouldn't that be something? It certainly can't hurt from this track record that we've been having over these many decades. So starting on the local level, news about the sewer system. Over the weekend, U.S. District Judge Henry Wingate, who about 10 months ago made Ted Henifin the new face of Jackson's water system, also gave him the keys to the sewer system as well. Wingate, as well as city and state officials, indicated his support in late July for Henifin and his company, Jackson Water, to take over the sewer system. The federal government then held a month-long public input period and received comments from 666 people. What an interesting number. Of those comments, the Department of Justice said that 95% supported Henifin taking over the sewer system, 4% were critical, and 1% listed as others. After the parties in the case, which include Jackson, the EPA, the Department of Justice, Mississippi DEQ, had a chance to review the comments, and then Wingate officially approved the order on this past Saturday. Next story from WLBT. This is about Jackson Public School District. Horribly sad news for a lot of people. Who knows what the path is going to hold? But at a Board of Trustees meeting last night, there was a recommendation made by Superintendent Eric Green for the closure of several schools, trying to implement an optimization plan. He cited decline in student enrollment, particularly at the elementary school level, significant investment needed to maintain facilities, and the need to stabilize staffing. The plan addresses potential closures and consolidations, and also explores avenues to introduce additional academic programs, according to WLBT. So here's the list. Here's the list of schools. Chastain Middle School, Key Elementary School, Rains Elementary School, Wingfield High School, Clausel Elementary School, Obama Elementary School, Shirley Elementary School, Dawson Elementary School, Lake Elementary School, Sykes Elementary School, G.N. Smith Elementary School, Lester Elementary School, Wells APAC Elementary School. That's the 16 schools in question by his recommendation. The district will organize a series of community engagement sessions to get input from the parents. So the first one is scheduled for October 10th at 6 p.m., October 10th. So that's next Tuesday night at Forest Hills High School. A recommendation will be presented to the school board on December 5th, so a little less than 2 months to have you be heard on this topic. And again, next Tuesday night, 6 p.m., that's October 10th, Forest Hill High School. A second supervisor's petition to toss the results of the August primary has been rejected. The Hinds County Democratic Executive Committee has denied District 4 Supervisor Vern Gavin's petition challenging the results of the August 29th runoff, where he was defeated by Wanda Evers by 400 votes. The results stand certified, and a copy of the statement was provided by Jackie Amos, the committee's chairwoman. And Gavin says that he's appealing the decision to the Hinds County Chancery Court and anticipated the committee would rule against him. So David Archie had a petition, that's seat 2, District 2, and that was thrown out with prejudice, and now Vern Gavin's petition is denied by the committee, by the Democratic Executive Committee, and he's going to take that to court, so we'll see what happens there. A Hattiesburg restaurateur planning to bring 3 restaurants in the Jackson area. Not sure how this is going to work out now. The Clarion Ledger reported Robert St. John planning to bring 2 Ed's Burgers. I don't know now, another burger joint in Jackson, 2 more burger joints. So, but the location have not been finalized. St. John currently owns Ed Burger Joint in Hattiesburg. So a third restaurant in the Jackson area would be El Rayo, Tex-Mex rather. The locations and opening dates have not been announced just yet. And finally, on the local level, we just want to remind everybody that Friday, going to be your first Friday on Fair Street. So we can get down there starting at about 6 p.m. on Friday and support all the vendors, the musical acts, really good time, great networking opportunity, great socialization opportunity in a part of Jackson that was once a mecca for black business, enterprise, entertainment. People would come from neighboring states to come to the Fair Street Historic District. And then over time, disinvestment, white flight, all kinds of different things, gutted the Fair Street District, and there's a real effort now by people with good eyes, to really rebuild that. So we want to wish them well, and the centerpiece of that is first Friday on Fair Street. Skipping out to the broader Mississippi picture, today, another day that Republican legislators have elected not to hold any hearings on the TANF scandal, where upwards of $100 million was pilfered for special interests under Republican administration by Republican appointees, Republican hacks. Now, if you're a Republican legislator in the state, I mean, what do you mean? How come you wouldn't want to hold a hearing on this? The Democrats have held 2 hearings. There's another one planned for upcoming, certainly before the end of the year, but the Republicans have no interest in holding hearings. So how can you say you representing your people when $100 million of funds from the federal government as a safety net for the poorest citizens in Mississippi was stolen? who are you representing if you don't want to at least talk about it? Get it out of the dark and into the light. So sad commentary. Not one of these Republican legislators standing up. All they got to do is walk to a microphone and say, hey, we need to talk about this. This has gone on long enough, and put the pressure on, and then you'll have a hearing. If nothing else, go to the microphones, go to the press, come to the black press, and talk about it. Talk about it. Share your feelings, because your silence is incriminating. Mississippi's seen a consistent rise in the number of families accepting public assistance for childcare since lawmakers banned abortion in almost all circumstances, with a sharp increase coming after a child support policy change in May. This according to the State Director of Human Services. He was speaking at a legislative hearing on funding requests for the upcoming budget cycle. Bob Anderson, who leads the Department of Human Services, said an upward trend in voucher enrollment means the agency has hit a wall with state and federal monies. So, when you change the laws like this and change the rules, more and more people are in desperate need, and they're quickly running out of money based on this enrollment vouchers. So now they're talking about undergoing a waiting period for child care assistance. Child care assistance critical to people being out there and working and bringing home an income for their families, and they need help with caring for the little children during the day. The department counted 31,532 families receiving those vouchers as of this month. Up from 24,500 last October. Big shift. You change the laws, there's going to be consequences. From Mississippi Today, Rankin County Undersheriff Paul Holly resigned as a string of controversies encircled his department. The former undersheriff worked for the department for nearly 8 years, serving as the department's legal counsel and as Sheriff Brian Bailey's right-hand man. Yesterday, he had to say, during my 4 months as undersheriff, I've implemented a number of changes that I believe were the best way to help the sheriff's office improve its credibility. So, but he got nothing else to say about it, why he's resigning, except that he's going to remain an unabashed supporter of Rankin County law enforcement. That's the Rankin County law enforcement that tortured, white law enforcement that tortured 2 black men the end of January this year. Michael Jenkins and Eddie Parker rammed into their house, no search warrant, no nothing, and these white people, law enforcement, tortured these 2 black men. There was no evidence, no credible evidence that they were doing anything wrong, but that don't matter over there apparently. Bailey about you can't keep a straight face stuff, but the smirking and the laughing turns to tears when you consider that here we are, 2023. We want to believe it's a rumor, but we want to believe that things have changed. But these 2 black men, relatively young black men, were tortured at the hands of these people. This media platform has gone into that in great detail. On to the next story, but so the undersheriff resigns. Yeah, it's getting hot in the kitchen, maybe. So whatever. Today, the shroud of mystery had been by Governor Tate Reeves. He said it's not a matter of cost. The governor simply does not support expanding Medicaid to provide health care coverage for Mississippi's working poor. Mississippi is the poorest state in the nation, receives billions of dollars. 47% of its annual income comes from the feds, meaning people from all around the country. are paying the bills in Mississippi. 47% of the bills, because of Mississippi's ineptness, lack of potency in creating a vibrant economy where it floats all boats. And they just take aim on minorities here, and they also take aim on poor people. So he just don't believe in it, so people get to suffer because he don't believe in it. How about that? Governor Tate Reeves, incumbent runner for re-election, November 7th. So we'll dip out there and come right back to you after a couple of commercials.
Are you dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur, but you're not sure where or how to start? At Entrepreneurs Academy 101, our online program will guide you step by step on how to start and grow your own business. We offer courses such as how to write a business plan, how to create a budget, and so much more. Our online training program is designed for you to learn at your own pace, and there's no set order to complete this program. Because our academy is online, you have the choice to learn with a group, with friends, or individually. Upon completion of the entire curriculum, you will receive a certificate of achievement to acknowledge that you have completed the training needed to become a successful entrepreneur. So enroll today to design the life that you love. Contact your
Chelsea on the
entrepreneur
ones
coach,
and twos.
Brenda Myers at
Producer in chief.
601-672-0695 or visit our website at www.entrepreneursacademy101.com for more information.
Hey, have you heard about the Accountable Card? It's more than a card. It's a complete mobile banking service that's accountable to all of us. You'll get a no credit check debit card good anywhere Visa is accepted to make purchases, deposits, even get or transfer cash with an FDIC insured bank account managed from our smartphone app. There's even a pre-approved no interest line of credit if you need emergency cash. So why go to the bank when you can have ours in your pocket? Get accountable. Just download our app today.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to We Believe Digital Studios. We're just picking up one last, regional story here in Mississippi before we move on to some national news and a little tiny bit of global news. But from JTV, WJTV in Jackson, a $3.4 million Amtrak project has been completed at the Yazoo City Station. This is good stuff. They updated that track and they made it ADA compatible. The Amtrak City of New Orleans travels daily between New Orleans and Chicago with stops at Yazoo City. Also stops in Jackson, of course. And they made these improvements to a new 300-foot-long concrete platform, making it state-of-the-art, making it accessible to all customers, and so forth. We want Yazoo City and all our stations to be a welcoming and comfortable environment to all our customers, says the Amtrak Vice President David Handira. Amtrak has been serving Yazoo City since 1995. So you go, Amtrak. So at the national news level, horrible shooting yesterday interrupted a homecoming week celebration at Baltimore's Morgan State University. Yesterday on Tuesday, wounding 5 people and prompting an hours-long lockdown of the historically black college. Students hunkered down for several hours as police went room to room looking for suspects. No arrests were made. The police commissioner, Richard Worley, said the 5 victims, 4 men and 1 woman, are between the ages of 18 and 22. Their injuries were not life-threatening, he told reporters at a news conference early this morning. So, attending a college or a university you should not have to take your life in your hands. It's just sad commentary, and especially to have that happen at a HBCU. Tropical storm Philippe drenching the U.S. and British Virgin Islands on today, as it spun away from the Northeast Caribbean on a path that would take it towards Bermuda and later New England and Atlantic Canada. So it's moving kind of slow right now, but they expect it to pick up over time, and we'll keep you updated on Tropical Storm Philippe. Hopefully it stays a tropical storm and doesn't escalate. Yesterday, the House of Representatives, for the first time in U.S. history, ousted the Speaker, Kevin McCarthy from California. He's one of these kiss Trump's ring kind of guys. But, you know, the hard right conservatives staged this to throw him out. They just not on board. They feel like he makes too many concessions with President Biden, too many compromises, if you will. And these are the ones that wanted to shut down the government, defund the FBI and other entities, and they just really shut down on the spending for so many programs that affect minorities here in the U.S. So anyway, first time in history, so the Republicans are looking for a new speaker. We'll see if it's just a different body they come up with, or if it's a different body with a different message. But these people, they don't play well with others. President Jill Biden urging women to consult their doctors about getting mammograms or other cancer screenings, saying in a new public service announcement for Breast Cancer Awareness Month that early detection saves lives. Quote, "I'm asking you to put your health first," the First Lady says in a 30-second spot recorded amid flower blooms in the White House Rose Garden. Take a minute to talk to your doctor about whether it's time for your mammogram or other cancer screenings. It's going to be airing this week on Lifetime Cable Network. There is no one-size-fits-all approach, she says, but we know that early detection of cancer saves lives. So with the death of Senator Dianne Feinstein of California last Thursday, the California governor, Gavin Newsom, has chosen LaFonza Butler. He calls her uniquely qualified to fill the Senate seat. That's until the next election, so it's a temporary fill right now, appointment, if you will. LaFonza Butler is a former union leader, Democratic insider. Butler will be the only black woman in the Senate. So, wow. Now we got 2 black people in the Senate. How about that? 100 seats, 2 black people. Welcome to America. Butler, and the other one, he's running, Tim Scott, right? He's running for president. How about that? But just need to tell you, that Butler was born in Magnolia, Mississippi. And that was in 1979. And she is a graduate of the I Love, Jackson State University. So we wish California Senator LaFonza Butler well. Claudine Gay marked her inauguration as Harvard's 30th president with a call to action, sharing her vision of a vibrant, diverse community equal to the particular challenges of the world's most daunting problems. Quote, "The courage of this university." See, she's a black woman, this Claudine Gay. For the first time, Harvard installs a black female president. "The courage of this university, our resolve against all odds to question the world as it is, and imagine and make a better one. It is what Harvard was made to do," Gay said this past Friday. "By continually recommitting ourselves to our central purpose with renewed vision and vigor, we advance the prospects of humankind." Now, does that sound beautiful or what? So we wish Claudine Gay great success as the head of Harvard. And, surely she's going to have to look at the issues with affirmative action, the recent Supreme Court ruling, all these legacy admissions, and so forth. I'd like to see the percentage of United States black students at Harvard increase. Apparently, the international black students have a fair percentage of, well, fair is not the right word, but a certain percentage of black students from other countries attending Harvard, but how many from the United States? And proportionally, what does that show us? So we know Claudine Gay will look into that and get on top of that. So we're skipping out to the global picture and just have three little stories to share with you there. The first is from Haiti. You know, Haiti is in rough shape. This is a story from the Associated Press. Foreigners with guns in Haiti are met with hostility in most countries in the world, but the departure of armed soldiers and police from Haiti since 2017, already nearly 2 decades on the streets, helped criminals seize control of much of the country. So there's gangs carrying out so much of the robbery, rape, kidnapping that Haitians see on a regular basis. And it's a serious issue there. But the United Nations Security Council, in an effort to try to change this, stem this, apply correction to this, has approved the deployment of an international armed force to Haiti. So it authorized a 1-year deployment of a Kenya-led force to help quell the violent gangs. It didn't mention in the article how many, but for a 1-year deployment, Kenyan forces will jump in there and try and, knock down all the violence and and bad deeds that are going on down there. People getting hurt. We shift from Haiti to Britain. What a coincidence. Battling gloomy opinion polls and mounting debts, UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak on Wednesday promised skeptical voters and his own Conservative Party that he would make tough choices to, quote, fundamentally change our country, unquote. I guess he thinks Britain needs changing. Two of the boldest plans in a speech to the party's annual conference, he wants to cancel a railway project that has already cost billions and proposing a ban of smoking for the next generation. Cigarettes definitely caused ripples in the conference. Whether they translate into success for at the right of center party in an election next year is another question. So he wants to outlaw smoking for teenagers right now, and then gradually over time raise that age until smoking is banned in the UK. This next story, I'm no question have a little bias here, but this Pope Francis said the Catholic Church needed to be rebuilt to make it a place welcome for everyone, unquote, as he opened a divisive meeting on the future of the church that has sparked hope among progressives and alarm among conservatives. Francis presided over a solemn mass in St. Peter's Square to formally open the meeting, but he warned both camps in the church's culture wars to put their, quote, human strategies, political calculations, or ideological battles, unquote, aside, and let the Holy Spirit guide the debate. Quote, we're not here to create a parliament, but to walk together with the gaze of Jesus, unquote. Pope Francis. And who knows, maybe these meetings, maybe some changes, it certainly will distract attention from the sex abuse scandal that has permeated the Catholic Church and caused their numbers to drop off around the world by some 20% the last time I checked up on it. So they can't have that, I think it was philosopher, Nietzsche, he talked about organized religion as a means of herding the masses. And of course, herding the masses includes herding their pocketbooks. So we'll see. We'll see if the philosopher had it right. So that's the gist of the news stories today here at We Believe Digital Newsbreak. Again, we're so glad you're joining us. Thank you for liking our programming and clicking that subscribe button, sharing our links with your friends, asking them to do the same. Maybe in certain situations, donations may be available. There's information at the bottom of each show on how to do that. And certainly when you go to the WeBelieveDigital.com webpage, you'll be able to see that. And also, don't forget, We Believe Digital has recently added live stream radio 24 hours a day. So we have our own radio station going now, and we'd love to hear from you about that. These subscription numbers are rising at a steadier pace than they had been in the last several months. We've got some production staff in the building now. They're really doing some great work. We have somebody helping us clip up and create some shorts, a young lady down in Dallas, Texas, and we're so proud of her and the work that she's doing. We're really trying to create a media company here, a true to form media company, and this on Livingston Road in downtown Jackson, Mississippi. So we're giving it our best. We're glad that you like what we're providing. If you have any feedback, any comments, positive, negative, whatever it is, you can always call us at 1-800-492-5186. One of our production staff or interns will answer the phone, take in your information, and if they're not able to answer your question right away, they'll consult with the management and be able to get back to you. We're open, we're transparent. We'd love to do your podcasts here on this platform. We'd love to do your advertising. We have a number of advertisers now, and we'd like that list to grow. We're starting to take a look now, doing some public service announcements on this platform and on the radio, the We Believe Digital Radio. So it's all good stuff. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you back Friday at 12 noon. Take good care of yourself and each other.
Looking for the hottest content in the city of Jackson and surrounding areas? Check out WeBelieveDigital.com. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We Believe Digital Podcast.